Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 830. And this actually was an amazing episode. Like, it exceeded a little bit of my expectations, to be honest with you, in many respects. But yeah, like it was definitely one of those great One Piece episodes, and those are few and far between. But they definitely happen, and this is one of those episodes for me. So I want to start this by talking about the art and animation. And while not perfect, it did have a couple of hiccups. Obviously, it was again another vast improvement. And as much as as much as we're sour about Dragon Ball Super and cancellation, I think its cancellation is pretty much is playing a big part in the improvement in the One Piece anime, because I think it's one of those things where, but I think between Dragon Ball Super and One Piece, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that I'm almost positive that in terms of Toei's staffing, I think they were stretched extremely thin in terms of the staffing on who was working on Dragon Ball, who was working on One Piece. But definitely now that Dragon Ball Super is over, I and they're not stretched as thin. I think Toei is going to start giving us a bit more quality in terms of the art and animation with the One Piece anime. Like, I definitely know that isn't the only factor to consider when something like this, but I think it is going to be one of the main. I think it is going to be. I think it is going to be one of the things that will actually cause an improvement in the One Piece anime for sure. Now, granted, I don't know if now, granted, that's only me talking about the art and animation. In terms of pacing, I can't really vouch for the pacing. Like, I think the pacing is still going to be very wonky at times. But as long as we get quality art and animation, like at least we can say that even when the pacing is slow, at least we can say that the art and animation is going to be good. And yeah, this was definitely some good art and animation for sure. Um, and but yeah. Now, let's talk about the official introduction to Sweet General Charlotte Katakuri. First off, it's obvious he's going to be a good player if we're basically given the reveal that he's got a bounty of 1,057,000,000 berries. Like, that alone is already like, holy crap, this dude is big news, and he's going to be a big threat later on down the line. But if that wasn't enough, then they go even further to prove that he can kill a person with a single fucking jelly bean. A jelly bean. Really think about that. He used a jelly bean as basically a bullet, and he killed someone with it. Whew. And he can predict the future using hockey. Where do I begin? Uh, I guess I'll start off by saying I have a hard, like I have it's kind of one of those things where I have a hard time of. It's one of those things where I think we all think the same thing, that we're all having a hard time believing that Big Mom will actually be defeated in this arc. So, having said that, I'm fairly certain that Katakuri will be taking Big Mom's place as the main villain that Luffy's gonna fight in the end. But even then, like even if Katakuri is only one of Big Mom's crew members, and a member of her family and all that, and an underling basically, Katakuri is still boss level. Like, this dude, I think this dude is gonna be big trouble for. I think this dude is gonna be big trouble for Luffy, and I almost predict him being Luffy's toughest opponent yet. Also, it's like Beige said, with the power to predict the future, he's going to be the biggest pain to work the assassination plan around. But having read the manga, I will say that his ability isn't exactly all powerful. And actually, there was an interesting addition to the end that the anime made, which is that they actually pretty much did something interesting. Like, in order to signify when specifically that, I think this is what they did. But in order to specify as to when Katakuri was using his foresight powers, apparently they actually showed a bit of animation in having Katakuri's eyes glow to signify that he's using his powers. So, yeah, that was a nice little touch from the anime that I like, is that they actually gave kind of like a signification or whatnot of when Katakuri is using his is using his powers. But that also means that I think from what we've gathered from that, I think it also means that his power does have a limitation. But I guess we'll have to keep watching and seeing as to what his limitations are. Because yeah, right now Katakuri, he's looking like the biggest threat after Big Mom, and like I said, I definitely can see Luffy facing him down. So the episodes, and after that, the episode starts with two anime-only scenes. One of Sanji greeting Pudding before the wedding, and the other of Beige and his crew performing a strip search of the Vinsmokes. And to me, it's one of those things where, in terms of the latter scene of the Beige and Vinsmoke scene, it was a cool scene, don't get me wrong. But I'm also debating in my head as to whether or not it ruins the plot thread of the Vinsmonts being pretty much oblivious to Big Mom's treachery. I mean, in a way, I guess you could say that Judge actually helped, actually saved the situation by butting in. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is one of those things where again, I know it's an anime only scene, so it's pretty much filler. But at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm not sure if it adds or even detracts from if it adds or detracts from the whole thing of the Vinsmokes being pretty much oblivious to Big Mom's treachery, and if it's going to ruin the later scene of when they actually of when the big reveal does happen, and that yeah, we're actually here to kill all you fuckers. So yeah, I'm just kind of debating as to whether or not as to whether or not the later scene of that actually happening is going to be ruined or not. I want to say no, but I guess we'll just have to see. I get actually write down in the comment section as to what you guys think about that scene, because I'm having a tough time trying to figure it out as to whether or not it works or not. Now after that we get introduced to all the Underworld Brokers that were invited to the tea party, and what really made those introductions stand out was the music they had playing in the background. The music they had playing in the background is very it was basically the type of music you'd use in any kind of spy thriller or even a 007 type movie, and it was a 007 or spy thriller type soundtrack to go along with it. And for me, that combined with the graphic stills they used in order to keep the characters in frame, you that really kind of reinforced for me how dangerous and influential these people are. Like just the music and the still frames alone were enough to say, yeah, these guys are definitely big fucking news, and we need to keep our and we need to keep an eye on them, because they are going to be trouble for sure in this arc. Now, now among them was someone I think we really need to keep an eye on, which is Big News Morgans. And the reason why I say that is because if you notice, seeing how this is Yonko's territory, this is a Yonko's territory. There's actually very few, if no, Marines and government officials around. So we then have to ask, at least none that we know of. So right now we need to ask ourselves, how is the news of the Straw Hats exploits here gonna end up getting out of the public? Morgan's is the key to all that. And after that, I don't even want to think of the shitstorm that a newspaper article like that will create. Because unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the World Economics Journal is the main name of the main newspaper and news source in One Piece. So yeah, Morgan's, he has a lot of weight to carry, and even said he's pretty much he even shares a bit of an affiliation with the Vinsmokes themselves, seeing apparently how the Vinsmokes seeing how the Vinsmokes actually have a bit of a comic published in the newspaper. So yeah, like the Morgan's, he may only seem like a bit of a side introduction, but I can definitely see him playing an extremely big role that definitely in the climax and the end of this arc. Like I think, yeah, Morgan's he definitely seems like the type who would definitely who'd jump at a big scoop. And yeah, nothing's a bigger scoop than the Straw Hat Pirates basically invading Big Mom's territory and causing havoc. So yeah, and I don't know. Like it'll be interesting to see as like honestly, like, it'll be interesting to see how much how pretty much high the Straw's bounties jump after all this. Like that should be interesting for sure. Now, Also, after getting introduced to the Brokers, the music switches up to a bit more of a whimsical tone, almost like a mix between whimsical tone, almost like a mix between Cinderella and the Swan Princess animated movie. And I never thought I'd be creeped out by. I never thought I'd be creeped out by music like that, like any kind of fairy tale music, like not the anime fairy tale, but actual, but music you would use in an actual fairy tale. But One Piece succeeded. Like seriously, the whole whimsical tone of that was being accompanied to like, hey, it's wedding music. That shit was creepy to me. Like, yeah, One Piece, you definitely succeeded in creeping out with a very whimsical scene. I never thought that would be possible because I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of have a soft spot for whimsical shit, but yeah, this shit scared me. So yeah. Now, during the whole sequence, we see it was Perospero greeting them and creating a candy escalator to bring them to the top of the chateau. Which to me, that whole candy elevator scene spells out Straw Hat escape route. Because if there's anything I've learned about One Piece is that everything has a reason for existing in the story, and I'm sure that will definitely that the whole candy elevator will serve a purpose in the assassination. Like that just screams out to me Straw Hat escape route. So yeah. Also, just small little side notes to mention. Luffy, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing right now, but do it fast, you moron, because the fucking wedding is about to start soon, and like, what the fuck are you even doing, Luffy? What are you doing there? Seriously, what are you doing? What the fuck? Like, Luffy, if this has anything to do with, if this is anything, there are times where I wish I could smack Luffy, because if this has anything to do with him making a big ass entrance, then I'm like, Luffy, that's not the most important thing right now, you dumbass. Then again, I guess he is the distraction, so I guess he's gonna try and make the biggest distraction he can. Oh boy. But seriously, be on time, you dumbass. And the drinks that Smoothie was serving to the people, or the people at the tea party. Yeah, I need to really make a mention of those drinks because the drinks Smoothie was serving, they were essentially the bodily fluids of animals. That is so many levels of wrong, I don't even know where to begin with that. That is disgusting, creepy, just morbid, like, holy shit. Like, I know it's the basis of our powers, but damn, like, holy shit, like, smoothie, what, you are a very creepy bitch sometimes. But, yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.